I nearly or gave birth to our daughter, Eliana Vega Wasini, inside the car on our way to hospital. Ladies out there, what would you do if it was just you and your husband? Because my husband was driving and I was behind because I needed to get more space to give myself more space. So I was at the back of the car and we were on our way to hospital and I was very, very ready to give birth. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the birth of our daughter, Eliana Vega. For those who have been following or following our channel on YouTube, you can see some of her photos on the shorts. Most of the photos on the recent shots are of her, and she's a big girl now, so it's been overdue. I've been planning on this day, but so much to do with two babies. For those who have two kids can understand, because I just had one and it was much easier. So now it's like more work on what I already have. And any other businesses, I'm a working mother and I'm a housewife, I'm a mother, and there's so much I have to take care of. So I've been postponing this video, but today I was like, this is it. So this video is about the birth of our daughter, and it's going to be story time. It's been a long time we've had the story because, like I said, I've been up and down. So I'm glad I got the time. So let's enjoy this video. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to another episode of story time by the Wasini family. And for those who have not subscribed or those who are new here, I welcome you. And for those who have not subscribed, please subscribe, like and comment and follow us, because there's more and more interesting content coming up. And I'm glad some people already who have already subscribed are enjoying and keeping tuned on, and turn on the notification button so you can always get the latest videos. So without ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. So it was just a beautiful day, and so my daughter is here with me. She just woke up. Hi, Vega. Yeah, you want to touch it? So as I was saying, she woke up. So it was just a beautiful normal day, and it was about, the contraction started at around maybe 3 in the night. Yeah, she wants to pull my bride. So around 3 in the night, the contraction started, and they were very minimal. It was not so much. So I thought I was not giving birth on that day, but somehow at around, everything was so minimal. It was, as you know, like normal contractions, like I was going to give birth maybe in a longer period of time, maybe the next day or 3 days time. So but then they kept on going, but they were very minimal. So I just woke up my husband and asked him to, to estimate or to be with me in the living room, and let's estimate or analyze the situation together. And so he just came here and slept, and they were really minimal, but it was continuous. So it was called for. It meant that something was going to happen, so it wasn't something to take lightly. So then he just came and slept on the sofa, and then Vega, she wants my earrings, and then somehow, yeah, at around so my son was supposed to take our son to the daycare. It's just below our apartment in the city of Copenhagen. For those who live in Copenhagen, you know, there are all those apartments where the daycare is just below the apartments. So I've said this numerous a lot of times. So for those who watch my videos, you've heard about it before. So, but I'm just saying it again for those who have not really been following up on our videos. So once my husband took our son and dropped him, oh my God, I could see him from the window, because from the window I can see the daycare. So I could see my husband coming back, and somehow I think it was a mother instinct. I didn't want to leave my son home, so I just wanted to make sure he's having his normal routine and is happy, because I was really feeling guilty and bad, you know, for someone else is coming. I really don't know how other mothers feel there, but for me, I just felt like he was going to be like, oh, now you're not going to love me, you brought someone else. Yeah, Vega. So, but thankfully everything went very well, and when he was dropped at the August at the daycare in Denmark, we call it August too. Is in English it's daycare. So once I saw him coming, everything shut up, and immediately entered the apartment. I was like, let's go to the hospital. And I'll just take you back a little bit to my pregnancy. My pregnancy with my son, it was more easier than with my daughter, because with my daughter I had to stay home for sick leave, because my boss could just see that I needed the leave. That's the advantage of being in Europe, and if you work for a good company and you have a good boss. My boss had seen me pregnant with our son before, so he could see there was a difference with our daughter. But everybody I told I was pregnant, and like my condition, the spitting, and they'll be like, it was more than with my son. So they would just say it's a girl, but we didn't really want to have the sex of the baby tested, because we just wanted the baby. Any baby was it, that was it, whether a girl or a boy. So anyway, so once, yeah, my husband reached here, so we drove, but on our way to the car I could not even walk, you know. I just went bending, and I was so heavy. My husband could not even easily carry me. But we reached the car, everything went well. The issue now is that my son was born in the night, so there's definitely no traffic or less traffic. But with my daughter, 9 a.m., everybody's rushing to work, so there was a bit of traffic, and for the first time I was like just past the red light. It was better we passed the red light than waiting. So I was really ready to have her, and I could not wait for any more time. Hi Vega. See Vega? Can you see Vega? Yeah. A little Vega. Yeah. Yeah. Hi Vega. So what happened is that, yeah, we in the middle between the hospital, I gave birth from Villa Hospital. For those who know Villa Hospital in Denmark, it's the same hospital I gave birth to my son from. So when we're almost reaching the hospital, so I could just feel my baby's head. Yeah, she wants to go to the phone. I could just feel my baby's head between my legs, between my thighs, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, what can I do? But then we have to get the hospital. So what happens is the water, yeah, then I just feel wet, so the water broke while I was inside the car. Funny enough, with my son, the water, with all my babies, I feel the contractions, I'm ready for bath, but the water always breaks later. Unlike most women say, oh, my water is broke, and then that's when they know it's time to give birth. But for me, from the contractions, I can tell, yes, that the baby is coming. So I will take you back a bit to when I remember things I think I should say, then I just have to take you back. So days before, weeks before I gave birth, the last or second last scan, or it turned out that my daughter was something about and downlying I've just forgotten this. Down the baby was, it's downline civics something. It's like the baby, the youth, the the placenta. I had downlying the placenta, so it's the baby is supposed to be um the placenta is supposed to be above the baby, because the baby comes first and then the placenta comes next. But my baby was, the placenta was Vega, what to do in Vega? So the placenta was down and the baby was up. So somehow I was praying and saying I don't want a C-section. The doctors had already finalized the analysis, and they have concluded that it was going to be a C-section. And in my life, I never wished for a C-section or wanted a C-section, so it's not something I wanted. So I just came home. I prayed about it, and I wasn't really happy about it. So, but I just know my husband, even with our first child, it was like, why do you always like it the hard way? Every woman prefers a C-section, but you just want to have a normal birth delivery or vaginal delivery. I was like, yeah, that's what I want. I just like to heal fast and move on with life, give birth to the baby, just like God created a woman to, procreated a woman to do, the right way. He has his reasons. The baby was coming out in that way. So, and I just wanted it that way. So, somehow, a week before her birth, everything turned around, and the placenta and herself, they just know how they did it, but everything turned around to the normal way it's supposed to be. And of course, I was ready for normal delivery. Hi Vega, what are you doing, Vega? Yeah, baby, yeah, little Vega. So anyway, so my water, so I will take you back. We are going back to where we had stopped. So the water had broke. So we thank God for everything going well, the underlining placenta, or everything was automatically altered to the right way it should. So we thank God for that. And on our way to hospital, yeah, my water had already broke, like I said, and the baby was ready to come out, and her head was just between my thighs. And we reached the hospital, like I said, it was rush hour, so there was no parking. I'm sure the nurses or the employees at the hospital parked, and there were many patients. I'm told the hospital says on that particular day there were so many women giving birth. So I don't know. That was a day God had blessed so many of us to bring life to this world. So I just could not take it. Everything was ready. The baby was just out already. The head was already out. So I just needed a little help. But my husband was driving, so I just needed a little help with someone to, just for the baby to come out, to be pushed out. And oh, baby, so tired. You just woke up, baby. So somehow, my husband rushed, packed, somehow got parking. We had to wait, but it wasn't easy, and we just had to wait. Yeah, we waited for some people to leave, and somehow they left, but it was terrible. It was the most intense time of my life because I needed help. My husband was also looking for parking, looking for his own kind of, he had his own issue, and I was just, there waiting the for us to get parking. And finally, when we did, my husband just ran and got this kind of chairs the lame people very old use in the hospital. They are always at the parking entrance in Vero. So for those who are unable, like the vulnerable, but it's not, I don't think it's for pregnant women. No one has figured out a solution for a situation like mine from the parking. But the once you park, it's just very few meters to the entrance of the hospital, and you're in the lift, and then you're in the you're in the floor you want to go to. So I think that's why no one has thought of a situation like mine. So anyway, finally, we get in the hospital, and I'm screaming the whole corridor because my legs are apart, the baby's head is out, and I'm just screaming. So they're taking me to the room. Somehow, you were before my husband had called the hospital before we went, so they should have been ready for us. But like I said, there were so many people giving birth on that particular day. So what happened is they just put me in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in. And the whole point was in that room they're supposed to examine your how many centimeters, all that, la la la, which I didn't have time for because the baby was already, I was telling her, because maybe I was putting on a long dress, I already could the head was already out. But maybe because I'm putting on a long dress, she just thought it was this usual situation of women, who take hours or days in labor. But for me, once it comes, that's it. Because I thought it was the real intense contractions. The minor one started at 3 in the a.m. in the night, and by 9 I was ready to give birth. So that's very few hours, and it's almost the same as my son's. It just takes me very short. My contractions take very short time, and then I'm ready to push. So in that particular room, she now says I have to wait, they have to get this, they have to get this, they have to get the babies, everything ready for the baby, for welcoming the baby. And for me, I was ready. I just told her, don't even bother yourself looking for anything, but I think she thought I was joking. So while she went just a little bit, a few steps to look for whatever she wants, I just told my husband, take off my dress. With my first son, it was the same. When I tell my husband, take off my dress, he knows now that's it. And she said, no, don't take off her dress. This is not the room. I was like, take off. Those who have given birth and have been pregnant, when it's time, There's nothing like, it's like vomiting. It's like a reflex action. It's like vomiting. So someone cannot say, keep the vomit there. And she was like, wait. I said, there's nothing like wait. We are done, Vega, yeah. Good, Vega was so ready, Vega. Yeah, Vega. Yeah. So without wasting time, my daughter, strong Vega. Kitty Vega, so strong. Vega, she just came out. Vega came out. Vega. So Vega, she just came out. She didn't want to waste time there. She was also tired like me. It had been 9 long months and we're exhausted. Right, Vega? Yeah. We were tired, Vega. And Vega said, Vega was tired. Anyway, so that was it, and then they had to move us. The placenta was still there. They had to move us to another. They moved us like to 3 rooms because they had to actually end up putting us in the actual room we're supposed to be in. And for those who have been watching our videos, I posted very short clip on her birth to welcome her. So the video is there. The video when she's arrived, and our last room where she was supposed to be actually born, and it's all there. So I think that's it. And above all, I would like to thank God for my gorgeous daughter and for my daughter Vega. And for all the blessings for my son, for my husband, and for family, friends. Thank you all. And thank you all for watching this video. Like, share this video. Vega, kitty Vega. Yeah. You want mommy's earrings? Yeah. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned to more and more of our new videos, and may God bless you all. Bye. Vega, say hi, hi. Hi, hi, Vega. Savisi.